Happy Thanksgiving Eve to everyone out there in DFS land. It is the heaviest drinking day of the year, and apparently the Week 12 slate is drunk as well. We will break down all our core plays for the Week 12 main slate as we feature guys such as Mike White, Kyle Allen, Bryce Perkins, Sam Darnold, and of course, Broncos country. Let's ride. Welcome in to the DFS Deli. I am the proprietor of this delicatessen, Saleh Ali Shahid, and it is Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving. Everyone's out getting drunk, getting their hangover fixes before the fixings tomorrow for Thanksgiving, and we are here together in the DFS Deli, working, which is kind of a holiday, together here to break down the Week 12 main slate. And I am joined by two of the Deli members. One is out bowling, apparently getting hammered off what is that, Kentucky Bourbon Ale on draft. So good for him. But tonight we welcome back Baker and Chill. Chill, it seems like it's been a while. I mean, it ain't like we broke down an entire Thanksgiving slate last night. How you feeling today?
I mean, I'm feeling good. Getting ready to dive on into the main slate and, kind of looking at both sites here. One site kind of has it easy, and the other site, the pricing's still a little tight.
Yeah, it's a little tight. I think like when, your entire player base kind of bitches about, it's so hard to build lineups, and we saw all those ridiculously low scores last week. They kind of made it a little easier on everybody this week. Looking at, $3,100 Greg Dortch to get in your lineups, a couple cheap KC receivers that we'll break down for the slate as well. But yeah, pricing is loose over there on Draftkings once again, and Fanduel, they're not playing that shit. So that site might be the tougher, will be the tougher site for roster construction this week, in my opinion. But hey, we're here to break it all down. Baker, welcome back. You faced some technical difficulties yesterday, and I'm sorry that you couldn't join us here on the Deli for the Thanksgiving Day episode. And I'm pretty sure you appreciated that I included Russell Wilson in that batch of vagabonds at quarterback. So, just a special shout out to you for that one.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we both know how much I can't stand Russell Wilson. And I just wanted to clarify, you're saying that the Broncos are drunk for continuing to start that man, right?
Who's their backup? Me? I mean, like, who like, you paid Russell Wilson all his money. Like, I don't care how bad he sucks. You're going to play him.
But, I mean, I think they want to win games. They ain't got no goddamn draft picks. So why, you ain't in draft position. You might as well try to actually, win.
It's kind of like the Rams and the Browns, right? Like, they're not gaining draft capital.
Brett Ripien is the backup.
Ah, yes. Brett Ripien. Yeah.
If I would have told you week one that here in week 12, there would only be a $600 difference between Brett Ripien and Russell Wilson on DraftKings, would you believe me?
Let's ride. That's all I got to say about that. Let's ride.
God, I love the fact that they suck.
Hey, man, I think the whole AFC West is loving the fact that they suck. So, I mean, but we're here to talk about it. We're here to break it down just a little bit. As you know, on the main slate of games, we go position by position, break down our favorite core plays of the slate. If you didn't hear from yesterday, we did record the Thanksgiving Day slate episode. So if you're waking up from that fresh hangover that you're quietly achieving tonight, make sure you pay attention to that episode first to break down the 3-game slate that we have going on tomorrow or today, whenever you're listening to it. So make sure you go back, download that episode, put that in your pocket, and listen to the intriguing conversation that Chill and I had about our tier rankings of some Thanksgiving food.
I was so disappointed that ham was not mentioned. Like, legitimately disappointed.
Again, Baker, it's tough. It's tough. There's so many, I'm sure, main and side dishes that we did miss, but I was just trying to play the chalk for the tier list.
That, and you mentioned it being a culture thing, but like mac and cheese needs to be a staple at everyone's Thanksgiving, unless you're the crazy Italians that only eat Italian food, like Joe mentioned.
First of all, that the Italian food is
it's so good, but there's so many courses. I can't eat all that food.
So much food.
I mean, Italian moms and grandmas started cooking Thanksgiving after Halloween. November 1, they start.
Good for them.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. So this day is basically I forgot all this crap for Thanksgiving and I got to rush to the store. So like all that shit's like completely crowded and everything. You won't find one Italian
not
person
a chance in hell.
Because they've been cooking for 3 days.
You're not
so
wrong.
not wrong. Like, Sully, you know how,
I mean, house full of smells and foods and dishes and all this other stuff. And then you ask them, how many people coming over? About 4.
I mean, Sully, you know how I can eat. A brother can eat.
Yeah, I know you
and
can eat.
There's like, I did it one time. I'm like, no mas. Get this food out of my goddamn face before I fucking throw up.
See, that's the problem. Like, or that not a problem, but like an issue for me culturally. So, like, let's say later on in life I find a nice Italian woman, and my veganism's gonna kick in. I'm like, babe, listen, all this cheese is not gonna work out for your boy. So it's gonna hurt my soul to look at all this food, and I'm eating salad.
It's like I'm gonna eat this crouton and be done.
That's it, man. That's why I need a nice Spanish chick. I can eat rice and beans all day.
Or if you find the right Italian woman, you give up your veganism.
I mean, you'd have to be the right Italian woman for me to give up not being a vegan anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like you find the one. The one. Mm-hmm. And you just say, you know what? I will give up my vegan powers for you. Like that's true love right there.
Baker, what if you find the one and she's a vegan?
I mean, I don't mind veganism as you've, introduced me to some interesting dishes since you converted. I don't mind it. Mm-hmm. I'm not cooking that shit.
What do you mean that shit?
You know exactly what I mean by that shit. I ain't cooking that shit. I ain't going to the special markets to find the fucking veganisms and whatnot. I'm not doing all that shit. We gonna have one big ass fridge where her food, my food. There you go, babe. Have fun.
Baker, if you find the one, would you give up the beard?
But my beard is weird.
I understand that. But what if she was like, listen, I love everything about you, baby, but it's just that beard. It's
you know what? I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. Only because I would have flashbacks to an ex who she loathed my facial hair. And this is before I had a full beard. Like all I had was like a goatee at this point in time or a chin strap.
Not Baker with the goatee.
Like, those pictures are hard to find at this point. Lord Jesus. But she hated my facial hair, even though I didn't have much. If she saw me now, she would probably kick me in the face. But
I mean, at least you got padding this time.
But I would probably have flashbacks of that. So I'd probably be like, hold up, you want me to do what? Pass.
Chili, what's the most you would give up for your true love? Is there something in your life that you would be willing to sacrifice to have the one?
What am I giving up?
I don't know. Like, is there something that like you hold valuable to you that you're like, this could be a detriment to a relationship? Like Baker mentioned me being a vegan. I think I would give up being a vegan for.
I'm not giving up sports.
I mean, that's something that you really don't have to sacrifice for like anybody. Like you don't like me watching sports or gambling on DFS. You can go kick fucking rocks.
I'm talking about like volleyball. I ain't giving up volleyball. I'm playing that shit at least once a week. You're fucking tough.
Ooh, Sully, I got one for you. I got a good one for you.
Oh Lord!
So you said you give up your veganism, and you know the version of you that I love the most.
I would never become fat.
There it is.
I will never become fat again. I'll let you know that right now. If I get with a woman that wants me fat, you can fucking go run a mile, bitch. I'm good. I'm good. Like, oh, like my men big and plump and blah, blah, blah. I make, $1.5 million a year and you don't have to work and I'll take care of you and blah, 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 blah. I just need you fat. I'll be like, bitch, I will be broken skinny. Goodbye. Good fucking bye.
Oh, because I do love Fat Sully. I miss Fat Sully.
But why though? Why do you miss all the sweat from sitting in 60-degree fucking AC? Like, who would miss that?
You did sweat a lot just screaming, look at my boy James Starks back in the day.
Oh my God, dude. Literally just freaking oozing shit watching DFS at our old condo in Twinsburg, bro. Like, oh, hell no. I ain't doing that.
Oh, but that guy was so much fun.
Chili, I'm glad you appreciate this version of me. Baker doesn't, but I'm glad you do.
Hey, man, I just want you to be happy and healthy.
And I love you for that. Baker wants me fat, out of shape, and dead at 45.
I'll give you the 50.
I love this version of Sully. Oh, he had a heart attack, right?
It's like, what do you have a heart attack from? Clogged arteries?
Clogged arteries.
Because he's so fucking fat. But I love that man.
But I love him. I loved him. I want you to say that in the eulogy.
So here lies my best friend. This is my favorite version of him. I loved him.
With my double wide casket.
Oh.
All right. Let's get the train back on the tracks here and talk about quarterback. As I mentioned in the intro, there is some whoa. I mean, like, okay, honestly, this might be the worst quarterback slate of all time. You got Tua, Patrick Mahomes,
Joe Cool.
End of list. Would you really put Joe Burrow up there?
Absolutely.
I mean, like, he is a boom or bust type of player. I mean, like, he boomed last week a little bit, thanks to the emergence of Samar J.P. Ryan,
who might be the chalk this week.
But Samaji, dude, there's so many cheap running backs that we are gonna get into that could either eat each other's ownership or, yes, like I said, be the chalk. But staying with quarterback here for a second, let's just say Burrow for shits and giggles. So Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Herbert. I'm sorry, not Herbert. Tua. So Patrick Mahomes, okay, we don't know where to stack the damn ball, with the exception of Travis Kelce, right? So there is going to be zero pushback in this game because he goes against Bryce freaking Perkins,
who I didn't know was an actual person until today.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I saw him at the end of last week's game when Stafford got concussed, but that was it. So I mean, this game could get so ugly so fast that I don't think you're going to be able to see a ceiling from Patrick Mahomes. That, and he's going to be 40% freaking owned. Okay, not 40.
20.
You get what I'm saying? Probably the chalkiest guy on the slate.
We can probably say 20.
Yeah, let's say safe 20. We got Chill's boy Tua. He gets Kyle Allen.
No pushback.
Houston is a dumpster fire. They're trying to lose. We know this. You know this. I know this. Miami's at home. Again, we could probably see a scenario where there is no ceiling to be achieved. They could literally get up by 21 in a myriad of ways and be done and sit on the ball. But he's going to be popular. And then, Joe Burrow, who's going to be in a pace down situation against the Titans, because you know what the Titans are trying to do, establish the hell out of it. I don't know if we see his ceiling, even though he should get Jamar Chase back this week. So, like, are you guys going here, or is there somewhere else to go?
I mean, do we have to
if you weren't going in these spots, where we going?
Justin Fields, considering what he's been doing the past month in this category?
He's hurt.
Yeah, he has a non-throwing shoulder. You're right.
Yeah, he literally said in today's practice afterwards, he said, everything I do, every time I throw it freaking hurts, basically. He didn't say that verbatim, but again, I'm not playing Justin Fields going into East Rutherford.
I forgot AC joint.
I'm hard pass. Yeah, hard pass. So injured Justin Fields as well. Yeah, hard pass. So where am I going? Where am I going this week?
I mean, you can go to Chill's boy Jimmy Garoppolo.
I mean, they did let him eat a little bit last week, but that was against the Cardinals.
Yeah, but he's hard to stack because the running backs in Debo can have 5 rushing touchdowns in that game.
I 100% agree. I mean, we saw a Kittle game. Too bad it wasn't on the main slate.
Oh, he went stupid.
Right? So, I mean, even he's got capped upside. So, Lamar's looked like trash basically since week 3. He said he's dealing with something, but he's still going to play this week. We saw that offense last week. Yeah, I get it. It was in a win game, whatever. But now he's got to go down to Jacksonville. Not saying that's a difficult matchup, but again, where's the upside? I don't see it. I just don't see it. So we got to play somebody, guys. I got to play somebody.
I'm not going to lie.
Baker.
If I'm not looking at Joe Cool, potentially, and these other guys are Ixnade, I'm looking at your boy, Sully.
Damn right. You're looking at freaking Geno Smith.
I mean, it's the Raiders. You had me at Raiders.
Agreed. Especially if Ken Walker III is going to be, one of the chalkier options on this slate. I mean, you can just go Geno double.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't get it twisted. I do still love, K9. But if K9 fails, there's only one other way that he fails, and that's all the points come from Geno. Because the Raiders are giving up points. Period.
Except to Russell Wilson.
I literally told you I would take the Raiders defense versus the Broncos defense last week. I told you.
Yeah, and I also said before the QB section closed out, I said, do not play Russell Wilson. I said, I don't care about the matchup. I don't care about any of that. Do not be a donkey and play Russell Wilson. Literally my disclaimer.
I mean, you're right about that. You are definitely right about that because he is ass juice.
But you could definitely play some Geno Smith.
I mean, you better believe I'm probably going to have some Carolina defense this week.
Damn, dog. You don't believe that. I mean, he goes against Sam Darnold.
I don't care. That game's ending 7-2.
This is Sam Darnold versus Russell Wilson.
Like, you want a lock bet of the week? Give me the under in that game so fucking hard.
Chill. What did you say was the total? 35?
I don't know if it's down to 35, but I know it was 36.
I'm looking at 36.
I'll take a look.
That's sad, dude.
And here's the thing. I say take the under, and you're not going to talk me off of it.
Watch that be the game where it just goes bananas.
Stop, Chill.
You can't even talk that into existence.
You remember how everybody didn't think that the Falcons-Carolina game was going to shoot out, and then it was like 40-40?
I mean, yeah.
But that's because P.J. Walker's the man.
But, the man that got benched.
He's hurt.
Bruh. He got benched for Baker.
Everybody hurt. That's why you got Sam Darnold back, baby.
We got Sam Darnold back because Baker just sucks.
Fact. Anything against the paid actor, you best believe. Load that shit up because he is ass.
And I guess if I'm really, getting desperate here, Taylor Heineke, is he in play?
Atlanta sucks, bro. Yes.
I mean, it's in Washington, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But just the matchup alone would, I guess, put him in play for me.
Hey, the cool thing about Taylor Heineke is that he was named officially the starter for the rest of the year. He should have never
been not named the starter because Carson Wentz is trash.
I mean, yes.
Here's the thing with Taylor. You're either getting a good game or a shitty game. There's no in between.
I'd rather play Mike White.
Chill. Can you wait? Can you wait for the segue? Because I already know you want to say Mike White so bad. Like you were so ready to play Zach Wilson. You were ready
for one lineup, yes.
Yeah, and now you get to actually play
Mike
White.
You wanted to play Zach Wilson?
Yeah, because so my logic on playing Zach Wilson is like it's like the old school Baker Mayfield card where he plays a shit team and he has the proverbial, and I'm doing this in air quotes, chip on his shoulder. So like he goes for like 302 and then he talks shit beating a bad team, because like Zach Wilson and Baker Mayfield are essentially like the same quarterback. So that was my logic. Like the Bears defense is bad. It's at home. The Wilson stack is pretty cheap. And you figure like he throws for 302, and then the rest of the lineup gets there. And I mean, and the game opened. It opened with a good point total. It's not high now, but it opened with a good point total.
I mean,
Hey, listen, all I know is Mike White won somebody $1 million last year, so.
But that was my logic to just, and like I can't preface it, like it would have just been one lineup.
I mean, I can get behind that if Justin Fields was healthy.
Yeah, but the Bears defense is
the
so
second
bad.
The Jets get up, they're sitting on that ball.
Oh yeah, all three of those running backs are going to get rotated in. There is no doubt about that.
14, they get a 14-3, 14 rip. They will sit on it for the rest of the game.
Which is fine, but Garrett Wilson, I still think Garrett Wilson's going to get there, and as long as the quarterback can get me 18 to 20 points, it's probably good.
Listen, all I know is that right now, for me, the leader in the clubhouse is Geno Smith. Like, if I was going to make one lineup, Geno gets it.
I mean, Geno's solid. Vegas's defense has given up almost 24 points and 370 yards per game.
Vegas gives it up.
Yeah, man, these
Vegas
dudes
gives it up in every single way. Like, Vegas is that promiscuous girl in high school that all you had to do was ask her out and you're getting laid.
I mean, and his stacking options are pretty cheap.
Unless you're the Broncos and you're the guy from like AV Club that asked the girl out, and even he got shut down. So that is Russell Wilson. He is the nerd from AV Club.
I think we mentioned Joe Burrow. I think Burrow is fine. Tennessee ranks really near the bottom in all categories against the pass. I don't truthfully, I don't know if you want Jamar Chase to come back. You'd almost rather have just a funnel of options without Chase. Obviously, if he comes back, but they do give up the seventh most points to quarterbacks this year, and they give up about 19 points to quarterbacks.
So, like, if Jamar comes back, do you think he's back, or is he like back? Is this gonna be like full complement of snaps, full route tree, or are they gonna like try and ease him back?
They really need to win, because like their upcoming schedule is not easy.
But I don't think they bring Jamar back
beating the Titans
in this situation if he's not good.
I would agree, because they didn't want to put him on IR, right?
Correct. Right.
So, I mean, if you're scared about Jamar, then you just fade him for Higgins, or maybe you just play at one that comes in at less ownership.
It's probably going to be Jamar. He's more expensive, and everybody's scared of injury. They want to wait and see. So it's going to be Jamar Chase. It's going to be less owned for sure. And I'm sorry, T. Higgins blew up last week. So
true.
Blew up without a touchdown.
Without a touchdown, right?
And then another quarterback that becomes semi-intriguing is Justin Herbert against the Cardinals, who gave up on football.
I don't think they gave up on football. I think they just don't know how to play it.
I think they gave up on their coach. I think the Cardinals are literally just over the season. They're either over the coach or they're over Kyler Murray.
Both.
But Kyler Murray's back this week, bro.
Which could help that game a little bit, get a little higher score.
Can I tell you a really sad story from yearly fantasy?
Sure,
so Kyler Murray's my quarterback. I have a stacked team, but my team, like with all the scoring just being non-existent last week, my team did nothing. All the reports all week were that Kyler was looking like he was going to try to play. So I'm like, all right, I don't need to pick up a backup. Dude picks up Colt McCoy on Sunday to block me from picking up Colt and making the swap. I lost by 2 points.
That's smart.
It was a genius move. I'm not mad at him. I'm just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Got him. All right, guys, can I talk you into one quarterback real quick before you move on?
You can absolutely talk me into Tom Brady.
Thank you, Chill. Thank you.
I figured that's where you were going.
I mean, you had me at Browns.
This is the game. This is the game Joe Woods gets fired.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Not a chance. They can hang 40. He won't get fired.
Baker, prop bet. Tom Brady, 350 and 3. Joe Woods gets fired.
Like I said, they can hang 40.
You just take you just take the other side. Just say no, he's not going to get fired, and TB12 won't.
TB12 can throw for 303. I don't care about that. Joe Woods will keep his job.
That's going to happen. Okay, forget the TB12 stats then. Joe Woods will get fired, like I said, this week.
How about
Tampa can hang 40. Joe Woods does not get fired.
How about when the Browns play Texans, the Texans next week, and then they lose to Kyle Allen? Maybe then.
Ow!
Ow!
Right? He would have to get fired if they lose to Kyle Allen.
But that's my logic, though. That's my logic is that they're not even going to give Joe Woods a gimme game. They're going to get him out of there before the Texans game, knowing they should clap up the Texans and be like, oh, this new interim coach is like the shit. And we held Houston with Kyle Allen to like 4 points. Like, it's going to happen, bro. TB12 is about to freaking eat soul. Eat soul. And boots on the ground here in Cleveland.
We're so bad.
It's going to be bad.
But we're so bad.
It's going to be bad.
Held Josh Allen down.
Josh Allen's been held down for about a month now. Hey, hot take. The Lions cover the spread tomorrow. It's 10.
I got it at 9.5.
Okay, well, yeah, I bet down then. That's what I'm saying. Lions cover.
Ooh, the Cowboys game is at 10. Oof.
I feel like you're right, but it makes me sick.
Oh, I think that's a 1-score game.
It shouldn't be. That's the fucked up part.
Hey man, Lions 3-game winning streak, bro.
Yeah, watch out. What Lions got 4 wins? It's not like they're not respectable.
Yeah, they're second in the division now, son.
And again, you know me, I'm not a huge believer in the Bills.
So. You just don't believe in anybody but your Dolphins.
I don't even believe in you know what team I believe in? The team that plays at fucking Arrowhead. That's who I believe in.
That's a very fair point.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Don't get me wrong. I love my Dolphins, but our defense ain't stopping that fucking guy when it matters.
Oh no.
The only way we're stopping that guy is if we score like 50 and we got to manage not to give up 51.
I would
Tyreek Hill revenge game in the playoffs. Just saying. Love to see it. Whatever playoff slate we get that game. You lock in Tyreek Hill and you don't think about it.
That game, you play as much as you can and punt off everything else.
It's gonna be pricey.
It's gonna be super pricey.
But you know what?
Punt the fuck out of everything else, because just that game will get you to cash.
Anywho, y'all ready to slide over to running back? I mean, now this is a position where there is some intrigue. Okay. So depending on the Tampa Bay situation, it looks like Uncle Lenny is still banged up, but looking to play. If he doesn't play, we get a cheap Rashard White against the Browns.
Just lock that in. If Uncle Lenny misses, just lock in Rashard White. I don't care about the ownership.
I mean, we got the Dolphins running backs against Houston. Our king goes against Cincinnati. At the aforementioned Ken Walker, gets Vegas at home. Austin Eckler, as you alluded to, gets Arizona. I mean, like, there is a lot of intriguing options. We got Latavius Murray against Carolina.
Chances are he's probably going to fucking splash twice. That's the crazy thing.
You know, the crazy thing is I'm locking Latavius Murray. Suck it.
He's the only running back in that backfield.
Might come back this week.
Hey, Marlon Mack, who hasn't played an offensive snap for that team this year, is the backup.
I didn't know Marlon Mack was on an active roster.
He is now.
I'm locking in Marlon Mack.
They have a
I'm
damn
locking
choice.
in Marlon Mack.
You see, Darrell Henderson got picked up by the Jags.
Gross.
That's funny.
I know it doesn't matter. It's not, it doesn't matter anything to anyone, but I mean, it's still a thing. What do we think about Clyde Edwards-Helaire going on the IR and leaving Isaiah Pacheco in this backfield by himself pretty much against the Rams?
I mean, that backfield had already kind of became Pacheco's anyway. but I don't mind it.
Is he in play this week is the question.
I'm not in on it just because if he doesn't get in the box, yeah, he's cheap, but it's only coming on the ground. So at that price, yeah, he can potentially pay it off, but he needs to get into the box. And I can see him garnishing some ownership.
I mean, if if you're playing Pacheco, then you're not playing Mahomes and Kelsey. So, like, let's be honest, there is a 2 to 3 touchdown game coming for that young man because we've seen it in the past with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You know, like getting 2 to 3 touchdowns, and everybody that played Patrick Mahomes is just like, damn it.
I mean, this team is gonna score. Chill. But my problem with like the ownership on Patrick Mahomes is that these touchdowns could be so spread out that no one has an upside.
My only thing is the Rams still do give up the fewest points to run.
They have a very solid run D. It just doesn't matter.
But they're never gonna be off the field.
True.
Because the Rams are gonna go 3 and out every time.
I mean, maybe for me, Pacheco would be somebody that I would have to look at ownership.
I mean, I can get with that. I can get with the fact
if it's low, I mean, his range of outcomes to maybe scoring 2 touchdowns is still pretty high, and you're gonna leverage off of Mahomes and Kelsey.
So, boots on the ground, Chill. How do you feel about your Miami backfield in this matchup?
Jeff Wilson is playing the Texans.
Oh, he's gonna be so owned.
I don't know if he's going to be owned on Fanduel.
He's on DraftKings.
On Fanduel, you got to make a decision. On DraftKings,
he's an easy play.
Yeah, but on DraftKings, it depends because if Uncle Lenny gets ruled out, all that ownership goes to White.
Yeah, I mean, you still got to worry about the Bengals backfield because if we get Pirine, there's another guy.
Yeah, I mean, and Pacheco's still 5.5. Lat Murray's still 5K on DraftKings.
Marlon Mack is 4K. Just lock him
in. It's not.
Listen, your boner boy is not going to do anything this week, okay?
Even with Melvin Gordon there, he's still got 21 touches.
I will say this.
Dude,
Murray, bro. Literally, Vegas is the easiest team to try to predict because there's 2 players of value of mentioning. One of them goes off every week. So Josh Jacobs has to be in play.
Seahawks are about middle of the road in run defense.
I would say if they weren't going to be trailing 90% of this game, I would be right with you.
I still think the riskiest play would probably be Eckler, because if he's not getting the receptions, then he's probably not hitting that ceiling. But Arizona is bad against the run.
Listen, I'm just not fading the big dog. I'm sorry. Like if I'm paying up, I'm going to Derrick Henry. It is a week before December.
Yeah, so
Cincinnati just got carved up by Najee Harris. I'm going to King Henry. I'm sorry. Like, you know, bias aside, I saw what the Steelers did to the Bengals. Give me the Titans running back. Just a thought. I could be wrong. Just a thought.
My only fear is that those cheap running backs are in such good matchups that I just don't want it to be another week where King Henry goes 202 and it doesn't matter.
I don't think every low-priced running back is going to score 3 touchdowns.
One of them is. That's
I mean, the common build is going to be 2 cheapies and a big guy up top, right? So either like you get 2 cheapies in and either Ken Walker, Eckler, or King Henry, right? Or like Baker said, Josh Jacobs. I mean, what if you flip the build and just take 2 of the high-priced guys?
I mean, Ken Walker's still underpriced to me.
Well,
IMO.
Underpriced on DraftKings because they soft as sin.
What's he on FanDuel?
He's
priced appropriate over there.
Absolutely. $400 behind Eckler.
I mean, I think my biggest GPP play is probably going to be James Conner.
Chill, we talked about this.
Nobody's playing James Conner.
James Conner is the late
I was thinking the exact same thing. I can see me building a bunch of Ken Walkers. If I fail, I'm swapping straight to James Conner.
Because even on FanDuel, I still think he's undervalued at $7K.
That's a good price on James Conner over there.
Dude, they put Rashard White at 6'4". They ain't letting you get shit on FanDuel, bro.
Well, both the Tampa's running backs on DK are easy to play.
I know. That's the thing.
Like Rashad White's 5'1", and Uncle Lenny's 5'9".
So, wait, do you think the common build would be 3 of these low-priced running backs with Mahomes and Kelsey?
If you're going to play Mahomes and Kelsey, you are playing 3 cheap running backs.
Because you could play 3 cheap running backs, Kelsey, and then one of the free wide receivers if the other guys are out.
Oh, Rondale Moore is not expected to play. So you get 3-1 Dortch.
Well, Dortch has got a thumb injury that we have to pay attention to, because then you might be playing AJ Green.
No.
Bro, he had a good stat line on Monday night.
What, 3 for 33?
What
did he do?
AJ Green. Let me holler at you.
It's like caught a touchdown like 2 weeks ago. Good for him.
AJ Green went 5 for 50 with 9 targets.
I would rather play Trey McBride and just call it a day. I know we're not at tight end yet, but
yeah.
But if it's just, if you're telling me it's just going to be Hopkins, McBride, and Green, then James Conner becomes even better.
I mean, like I said, or like Sully said, James Conner is a fantastic late swap.
Oh yeah, he's probably the premier late swaption for
his
Sunday.
Last two.
Again, you got Ken Walker waiting out there. You got Austin Eckler waiting. I mean, like James Conner just waiting to be swapped on.
His last 2 touchdown game, he was a late swap for me. But then Tony Pollard happened, and it pissed me off.
I mean, AJ Green on DraftKings is 3,400. I think I could swallow that.
He's $400 overpriced.
I mean, if we're going to talk about cheap receivers, I would rather just pay the extra about $1,000 and play Trey Burke.
I would rather pay $400 less and play Sky Moore because he's $3K.
19% target share last week, bro.
If he's it depends if the other wide receivers are out, truthfully, but
Juju was back at practice today.
Kadarius Toney is not.
Well, there you go. Any other running backs we missed before we head over to wide receiver? I mean, let's go real quick. Yay or nay, CMC and Alvin Kamara.
I mean, they're in play, but
I'm out for Alvin Kamara. I will take a look at CMC at least. If I have to pay, I mean, if I'm paying like up, I'm probably, if Austin Eckler is going to have that much more ownership over CMC, I'll probably play CMC.
Yeah, CMC might be a swap as well off of Eckler.
I'll go CMC.
Yeah, I get behind that as well. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you.
If I'm trying to play Herbert, then maybe I play Eckler.
Okay, I'm with it. So we headed over to wide receiver.
Yes.
I know that a lot of people like this the common 2 a double, but like I said, this is probably going to be a blow up spot where Tyreek Hill and Waddle might be isolated to not be able to reach their ceilings. So for this price tag, I don't know if I can get to either one of them. So when it comes to the pushback, I think you're looking at the top with Nook and Devontae. And if Jamar gets a full complement of snaps, you can go there. I mean, I'm with T. Higgins. And like we mentioned earlier, you got that double off Ken Walker when it comes to DK and Tyler Lockett. I like those plays. And we do have Scorin McLaurin in a kind of a potential blow-up spot here against one of the worst secondaries in the league in Atlanta. So, but my thing is, and tell me if I'm wrong about Washington, Atlanta, is that there are 2 teams that want to, again, establish it. Atlanta has proven that if they don't have to pass, they just won't. So I don't know if there's a situation where this game goes off. Yeah, Chill, you mentioned that Carolina Atlanta game, the one that went absolutely berserk. I don't see the same situation happening.
Probably not.
Right, but could you? Because I mean, you got to think that Terry McLaurin's going to be pretty popular this week. Are you willing to go there?
Am I for Terry McLaurin? Probably not as of today. I don't think I'm going there as of today.
Bro, I just saw that Deebo Samuel is 6'9" on Fanduel.
That's pretty spicy.
Holy crap. That's a sexy price. That's pretty good. Is that going to make him popular?
No, nobody plays Deebo ever.
But I mean, we're talking about a guy that was like frequently in the top 3 like price receivers all of last year.
He doesn't have that role this year, so.
I agree, but he did look pretty spry on that 39-yard run last time we saw him play. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I think my focus this week is probably going to be on these Bucks, Baker, the Bucks receivers. The Bucks, Baker.
All right, so if you're playing a Bucks receiver, who?
Evans.
Both of them.
The Browns have allowed the fewest fantasy points per game to slot wide receivers.
Okay, so you don't play Julio. Got it. Or do you play Julio?
No, play Mike Evans. Walk away.
Well, we used to say Mount St. Julio. What is it now? Mound St. Julio?
Oh. You think Julio Jones got one more game in him?
Yeah, he'd probably catch like a 50-yard bomb and then pull his hamstring.
Yeah, I guess that would be his one more game.
We got Chill's narrative. Amari Cooper's at home.
That. I mean, it applies. Home road splits are a real thing. If you believe in them.
And last week was neutral, and they were in the home locker room, so that's why he went off.
See, if they would have broke the news that the Browns were in the home locker room, would have changed everything.
Yeah, I would have gotten some Amari Cooper. You're absolutely right.
Fuck were we thinking playing DPJ?
I mean, shouldn't we just be playing Devontae Adams here?
One of them is going to go off. Devontae Adams or Josh Jacobs.
Dude came in at sub 1% ownership in the SPY last week.
That's not going to happen again this week.
Hey man, Seattle does shut down number 1 receivers, man. Like
they are 22nd in pressure rate, and their secondary gives up the 4th most fantasy points per game to outside receivers over the last 4 games.
The last 4? Who do they go
Tom
against?
Brady. They took on Brady.
Yeah, they did go against Tom Brady. But Mike Evans, they do shit.
It was Godwin, right?
Yeah, Godwin got him. Julio got in the box, right?
I'm
telling you, man.
That just sounds disgusting to say. Julio got in the box. The fuck?
It's starting to sound like me with Julio last year when he was on the Titans. He's gonna get there.
He never.
What if?
Never.
He's gonna get there. It's a Julio. I think he had one game where he caught like a touchdown, had like 90 yards. I'm like, see?
Play him every week. Do it.
Over the last 4 games, let's take a look. They were on a bye, so they got Mike Evans. They had D-Hop. They against the Giants. Giants really didn't have anybody that got there, but Slayton still had 5 for 66. And then they were at the Chargers.
Mm-hmm. Who got him in that game?
Austin Eckler for 12.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking nobody.
And then Mike Williams. Mike Williams had 7 for 86 and a touch.
That ain't shit.
So, hey man.
But we've seen this movie with Devontae Adams, bro. Like we've seen this movie.
It's a risky could go 10 for 100 or 3 for 5.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like at that price, like I'll take Devontae Adams at low ownership. Yeah, absolutely. But he's gonna be owned this week.
I would think so, but he's really easy to get to, at least on DraftKings.
Everybody's easy to get to on DraftKings.
Of course, everybody's easy.
Everybody.
Thank you, Baker. Thank you.
I mean, Tyreek. I don't think we just play Tyreek Hill. I mean, I don't think we need to throw him. I don't think we need to get into an in-depth discussion. But you probably should play a Dolphins wide receiver.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. It's too pricey, bro. Again, this is going to be an ass whipping. Ass. Like, what if you just go like Jeff Wilson, Dolphins defense?
It's fair. I mean, on DraftKings, I'd rather take the free square that is Kansas City's defense. Save even more money on the slate.
I mean,
you got to spend it somewhere, Chill. Goodness gracious.
Got to spend it somewhere.
Yeah, I was building lineups. I literally had like $1,000 left. I'm like, but I like my lineup. That's
how soft as sin pricing has gotten on DraftKings.
But I think that was also my Mike White lineup.
Well, the crazy thing about DraftKings is last week it was pretty tight. Like everything was like, all right, you actually have to build. And we come to this week and it's like, nope, we just get roam free.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett took down the Millie Maker. I'm just saying.
I mean, you seen Al Smizzle took down a tournament with freaking Derek Carr.
Yep. Last week was weird, bro.
A Raiders triple or Raiders the three-headed monster of the Raiders. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Smart man.
Hey man, three-headed monster of the Seahawks about to take down tournament.
Four-headed monster of the Seahawks. Onslaught Seattle.
I mean, I know my answer. Are you playing Garrett? Are you playing chalky Garrett Wilson?
If he ends up being chalky, no.
Dude, Mike White is a gunslinger, man. Like Garrett Wilson might get there.
Garrett Wilson.
If he ends up being chalk, I'm not playing him. I'm not playing a chalky Garrett Wilson.
Hey, listen, here's what you do, Baker. Here's the sauce. Okay, you play Mike White, you play Wilson, and you play Tyler Gronklin, right? And you got your stack, and then you could just do whatever the fuck you want with the rest of your lineup.
Dude, why are you giving away my lineup?
Is Tyler Gronklin related to Gronk?
I mean, have you seen the man? Dude is fucking huge.
No, I have not.
He's huge, bro.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. That's Gronk.
If he has
right
Gronk
there.
genes in him, I would consider it.
Chili, are you going to take Mike White for your doll here?
I probably should at this point.
God dang it. I mean, all right. Well, I guess we got to keep the bit because I'm playing Sam Darnold. So I'm in.
Sully lost.
You're not wrong.
So here, to put it in perspective, because like this was like how I was starting my builds last week. So if I go Mike White with Wilson, Conklin, and the Chiefs defense, my average player salary remaining is $7,000.
Lord Jesus.
And again, the price is soft.
And that doesn't even include any of the cheap running backs.
Yeah, you got to spend it somewhere, bro.
Probably about to play Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams.
Easily.
And fit that shit comfortably.
He's gonna have money. He's gonna have money left over to swap up.
Yeah, right.
All I know is that for Thanksgiving, I built my Mac Jones team. There's Justin Jefferson, Steph Diggs, Tony Pollard in that lineup, and I'm just like, boner alert. And like, I still had money to play with. It was amazing.
Try building a team with Josh Allen, Justin Jefferson, and Steph Diggs. It's a lot of fun.
Fail.
Bro, got it. Dude, I got my doll hair lineup right now.
Are you turning in the homework?
I'll tell you after the show. This lineup's
this lineup's gonna be so bad. He's gonna win.
Actually, this lineup needs Uncle Lenny to be out.
Don't dupe me, bro. Y'all ready to slap tight in the face?
All right, we're done.
I think we should probably. I think Keenan Allen is worth a mention.
He'll get hurt.
Damn.
He is popping in the optimals right now, which is disgusting to say.
Hey, man, you know what? Oh, I'm glad you said something about that. First of all, because I already know he's going to freaking listen. I think, okay, hear me out on this, that Dale hates Josh Allen.
Why does Dale hate Josh Allen?
Okay, hear me out. So 2 weeks ago, he wanted a Bill to get hurt. We knew he was thinking about Josh Allen. And it just so happens that he hurt his elbow. Last week, he was like, oh, Devin Singletary's going to outscore Josh Allen. He wants him to fail. He wants him to get hurt, and he wants him to fail. He does not like the Buffalo Bills.
It's all circumstantial evidence,
and that's okay.
It's a decent point.
Right.
Who
is his quarterback? Who is his quarterback tomorrow, bro? Who's his quarterback, Chill?
It's Jared Goff, right?
It's Jared Goff. Who goes against the Bills? I'm just saying.
If he wasn't drunk, he'd probably take Jared Goff versus or if he would have been on the show last night, I should say, he probably would take Jared Goff versus Josh Allen.
Oh, without question, he would have done it.
I still can't believe he. I can't believe he.
Speaking of which, we are.
I can't believe it.
Speaking of which, we are light on the prop bets this week, guys. We're not doing a great job.
I feel like prop bets are more of a Saturday.
The Vikings aren't on the Vikings aren't on the slate, so I got nothing.
Well, Chill and I already got one going.
I already know who I will take versus anybody. If you want to give them to me, I'll take them versus anybody you say.
All right, we'll save that for the end then. After we slap tight end in the face and defense.
I said Travis Kelce.
Sound good?
The fuck else we got to talk about?
Listen, man.
If you want to get contrarian, just play.
You want to get contrarian, play anybody not named Travis Kelce.
I don't know, man. I think the island of Foster Moreau is going to garner some ownership. We know how I feel about tight ends against the Seahawks. I see Seahawks. I see play tight end.
Playing Gerald Everett too?
Why the hell would I play Gerald Everett?
Because Arizona is bad against tight ends as well.
Bingo.
Right.
Who was their backup tight end that actually was getting some ownership until Everett news came out? Forgot what his name was. He got a funny name.
A funny name?
Yep. Let me look.
I got nothing for you, dog.
I could look it up. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I don't even want to. Are you talking about Trey McKitty?
Yeah. McKitty.
Because I know you weren't talking about Stone Smart.
Something.
Yes, that is the other backup.
Something is seriously wrong with you people. Something is wrong with you people. Stone
Smart. And you know the funny thing about Stone Smart is that he spells his name with 2 T's. So he's just not smart. He's smart.
He has to let you know he's a big brain play. Big brain.
Right. We got Stone Smart on this slate, on the main slate, and so tomorrow we got Brock.
Right.
But listen, like I said, man, the tight end pool for me is going to be pretty limited. Like I said, I love Tyler Conklin in this spot. Again, Chicago's middle of the road against tight ends. And if Mike White's going to dump it off to anybody not named these running backs, it's probably going to be Conklin. Juwan Johnson continues to score every week. So, you can go there. And then again, the island of Foster Moreau against Seattle. Sign me up.
Yeah, me personally, I'm going to have no issues trying to fit in Travis Kelce or
You could play them both, Chill.
You're not wrong.
If you really want to.
You're not wrong.
Is that it? Is that the tight end section? Are we good?
I think Baker mentioned it. Trey McBride, I think is fine.
I mentioned that by accident.
We saw what Travis Kelce did to the Chargers. Obviously, Trey McBride's not Travis Kelce, but Kyler doesn't really veer from who he's throwing the ball to. So if you can't throw the D-hop about 20 times, he'll look for the tight end.
That sounds like a good target number for D-hop this week, 20.
Right.
I'm with
it if you with it, dog.
He's been playing that Call of Duty, so he's got to get it out of the system.
And he was hurt last week in Mexico, so he definitely got his Call of Duty in.
Hell yeah, he did.
Right. Good point.
Defense is going to be pretty simple.
Chiefs, Dolphins, 49ers, Broncos, Jets. Stop.
Yep. If you want to get different on defense and you're playing on DraftKings, don't play the Chiefs. And if every other defense makes you contrarian. And I'm going to get the mop buckets. Because we're done. We're done. Any defense that's not named the Chiefs on DraftKings is different.
I mean, you can still
he said,
you can still sign me up for Carolina's defense. You can still sign me up for that.
Cool. Makes you contrarian. Nice call, Baker. Sully, what about you?
Again, you already heard my end of list.
Good. All of those defenses make you contrarian, minus the Chiefs.
Again, if I get the Jets against Trevor Siemian, I'm locking that in. I don't give a damn about the price.
I'm still taking Carolina versus Russell Wilson. Like y'all think this is a joke.
All right, fine. I'll take Denver's defense. You take Carolina's defense.
I just don't know if there's going to be enough.
I wasn't trying to prop you on that. I'm just like, Russell Wilson just sucks.
I mean, so does my doll hair quarterback, Sam Darnold. So, I mean, I might play my defense against my quarterback.
Some things I did 2 weeks ago when the Vikings and Bills played. I played the Vikings defense with Josh Allen.
It worked.
It got there at the end.
It was the dumbest play. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? And why the fuck did this work?
Yeah, man. Sometimes it'd be like that. Baker, you said you got a player you take against anybody. What were you referring to?
Give me K9. You could take anybody.
Please hold. Oh, King Henry.
But
at the running back position?
He said the slate. He said Ken Walker versus
I don't
slate.
care. You could take Pat Mahomes. I'm taking K9.
No, I ain't gonna cop out with quarterback. Plus, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose that. I don't want that to be on my
You don't
conscience.
want what Dale did to me?
Right, yeah. Dale will do it.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll take my king against your Ken.
I mean, I think Ken Walker is dollar for dollar on DraftKings the best play.
You're not wrong.
I'll take CMC.
Ooh. Getting off the board a little bit.
See, when
y'all agree, CMC's not
when Chill does things like that, it
Correct.
scares me because I feel like Chill knows something I don't know yet.
Right. Well, if he got that deep of inside information, he would have told us last week that the Browns were playing in the home locker room and we should have played Amari Cooper.
I didn't know myself, man. I wish I would have known.
That's what I'm saying. Where's your inside information there, Schefter? What the fuck?
I mean, clearly I had some inside information in one of our leagues because I picked up Samaje Perine right before lock on Sunday. And then, obviously, Joe Mixon gets concussed. I'm like, oh, well, hello there.
Well, there you go.
Big brains.
All right. Well, early look, first look. The only one on the market. The only podcast doing the first look. Early impressions of Sunday's slate. If you were to pick a lineup right now, who is your main stack? Chill. You got to decide right now.
Right now, who is my main stack?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. In my higher dollar lineup, it's probably a Tua double.
Shocking. Chili picking the Dolphins. Baker, you can't pick Vikings, so who you got?
Give me a Seattle Onslaught.
You son of a bitch.
I was torn between the Dolphins and another one.
I'm talking about Onslaught. Both of them receivers, Ken Walker and Geno.
You can onslaught this team as well.
You son of a bitch. I was gonna say.
Well,
that.
You weren't gonna say
the
onslaught.
Other team I was. The other
yes,
team
I was.
The other team I would lean towards onslaughting would be the Bucks.
Damn it, Chili. Can I say anything on my own goddamn show?
You can say Mike White.
No, that's for Chili, and that's for Saturday.
Hey, guys, everybody that's listening to today's show, big spoiler, if I'm on Saturday's show, just know I probably won't have to say it, but Mike White. It's gonna get weird.
Guys. Mike White. Okay.
Oh yeah, I won't be on
White.
Saturday's show. I'll be at work.
Do you need to move it up to Friday? You be available or not?
I don't know.
I'll send out a text, gauge where everybody's at, and then go from there. It's not a big deal. Fair. Well, guys, thanks for joining us on this Thanksgiving Eve. As I mentioned, everyone stay safe, happy, healthy on your Thanksgiving. May your DFS lineups rise to the top of the charts. And since we're here before Thanksgiving, if you guys are digesting this podcast after you digest the Thanksgiving Day slate podcast, rapid fire. Let's go through all 3 games tomorrow. We got who you guys got? Bills, Lions, 9.5 spread.
Give me the Bills.
We're including the spread.
Yep.
I got the Lions to cover. I think they cover.
I feel that the Lions covers.
I am taking the Lions.
I feel like the Lions will cover, but just because I'm gonna say Bills cover.
All right, so we got 2 Lions and 1 Bills.
Cover.
Cowboys. 10.
Oh, absolutely.
They cover?
Is it 10? Is it 10 or 10.5?
Let's say 10.5 for shits and giggles.
Division game, 10.5. I'm gonna go. I'll say the Giants cover. The Giants lose, but they cover.
I'm gonna go Cowboys cover.
I feel like we're prisoners of the moment saying the Cowboys cover, but I'm still taking them.
I think the Giants are sauce, bro.
If it wasn't a division opponent, I would probably say they would cover. But it's a division opponent, so I think the Giants cover here.
I just think the Giants are sauce, so I'm gonna say Cowboys cover. And the late cap, I will be very much asleep. I can guarantee you that. So I will not be watching one single solitary second of this game. But Patriots Vikings 3, right?
Who's getting the 3?
Minnesota
Vikings.
God damn!
I know, right?
The Vikings are gonna destroy the Patriots.
Kirk Cousins.
I'm actually taking the Patriots to cover.
Damn right. I'm taking the Patriots to win outright.
I mean, trust me, as somebody who owns Kirk Cousins in a bunch of yearly, I'm nervous as shit because this is prime time.
Yeah, give me the Patriots here.
Hey, we got 1 unanimous.
Which means go bet the Vikings.
Yeah, when they smack them up.
There it is. Well, your squad plays late. My squad plays early. There's a lot of shit talking in between that you and I can have. We'll be
because Steph Diggs is going to have a decent day. It's like, yeah, fuck you, Baker. Then I'm going to be like, hold my beer.
Well, like I said, that one lineup on Draftkings got both of M, so I'm going to be like, that's fine. This is fine. Steph Diggs can drop 20-something, 30-something. Jay Jetta can drop 20-something, 30-something. And I'm just going to print with Mac Jones.
When Mac Jones scores negative because Bailey Zappi comes in.
Don't wish that upon him, Dale.
I didn't say injury.
Oh, just he sucks and he's going to get pulled. Pull the old Zach Wilson.
I mean, Bill did it on Monday once already this year. He'll do it again.
Oof. I'm not excited for that. The potential of that. So it's negative EV for that to happen.
If that happens, I'm going to die laughing.
Very much.
You know what? I'm going to play Bailey Zappi in one lineup just because.
Just throw him in like a fucking dollar fucking tournament and see what happens. Like, man, I just came up $500 and I took down a tournament with Bailey freaking Zappi. What the hell?
Amazing if that happened.
I would die laughing if that happens.
Like, it should even say like 0.1%. It should just be only you played them.
You know what? My millionaire maker for tomorrow is Bailey Zappi.
And you know what's funny? I had that happen one time to me in my entire career of playing DFS, where literally I was mathematically the only person playing this quarterback. It was legendary. It was I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that, when it was Brandon Weeden starting for the Texans.
Gross.
And he went nuts, bro. He had like 24 DraftKings points. It was amazing. I looked at his ownership percentage. It's literally said less than 0.1%.
I mean, it's you.
Yeah, I was like, that. I have never seen that happen in my life. That was the only instance that has happened. So legit, I had Brandon Whedon, and he went off like, to the tune of like 250 and 3. It was legendary. But that's never going to happen again, unfortunately. I don't think there's a quarterback on this slate you could pick that's going to be less than 0.1% owned. Well, we do got some pretty bad ones. So, you think people will play Kyle Allen or Bryce Perkins?
No.
There'll be some jackass out there that plays one of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be some asshole out there like, oh, look at this price, bro. Look what I can fit in this lineup. Dude, just play Bryce Perkins naked and just load up. What's the worst kid happen? What's the worst that can happen?
Running back with Kelsey?
Like I said, load up. Just load up. Well, gentlemen, I think it's that time. Thanks for the banter tonight. Again, I wish everybody a happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy your food, enjoy your booze, enjoy your football. We will be back either Friday or Saturday for the Contrarian Show. This week, I can record. I'm not at work, so I'm available. We can do this thing. So, depends on what crew members I get, and we'll slap you guys back for the rest of our takes during that time. But until then, Chill, you've had the mop buckets out since tight end, so.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm done.
I'm sure Baker's already doing his smoke thing, so. I smoked on his behalf yesterday, so that was nice. Being the proprietor, I can just do those things. Like clean the grill at the same time, cigarette in my mouth. It's nice. No one's gonna judge because we're closed. So once again, I think we'll see you all at the top. Thanks for listening. Peace.